And freedom of speech, of course, was the focus of the Free Speech Union's annual meeting conference in Christchurch over the weekend. I wasn't down there. I see my mate Chris Lynch was, and a lot of other people I knew. And whilst I seem to be caught up with this HDCA order and a whole lot of free speech issues right now, I just thought we'd talk to Jillaine Heather from the Free Speech Union and see what themes emerged over the weekend and what the state of free speech is. She joins us by video link now. Jillaine, lovely to see you again. Was it a good weekend?
Good morning, Sean. It was a great weekend, actually. We had a long tour with Helen Joyce. You know, she was in your studio last Thursday, I think. So we did the tour all around the country and ended up with the conference in Christchurch on Saturday. So it was great.
All right. How many people at the conference? And if you were going to do a sort of demographic descriptor of them, who are they? Who's into free speech?
At the conference, there were probably, I think we were between 180 to 200 people. The afternoon tea went very fast, probably not quite catered sufficiently for a hungry Christchurch crowd. And like always with free speech, it generally skews a little older and often a little more male too, just generally in our demographics. I think Christchurch probably is slightly older, maybe in that demographic. We had a real mix though. We had students come in, sort of a whole lot of different people. And throughout the tour from Auckland, Hamilton, Palmerston North, Wellington, throughout the tour through the country, we had really mixed crowds, young students, parents and older people. So I think the state of free speech is pretty vibrant in New Zealand at the moment.
All right, and because it is a necessary thing, that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like, if you like, and we could probably now call it the free speech movement, is it growing?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely is growing. And it's always, you get the fair weather free speech friends, right? When it comes for
free
your speech,
is
that's when it comes
great
live.
Until I don't agree with you.
No, absolutely. But we have seen that sort of the changes on who has been cancelled and who has been censored changing. And we've seen that overseas and sort of here as well. So more people are understanding that free speech is important and they don't like being censored. So it is growing, but you still have to get people to accept the fundamental, which is you need to stand up for the speech you don't like as well as the speech that you do like.
Yeah. Now, did any mainstream media cover your conference?
We had a reporter from Newsroom who asked to be there.
No, I said mainstream media. Newsroom
I'm
really
still
don't
getting to,
qualify. They're legacy, but they're not mainstream.
No, we didn't have a lot of connection
Amazing.
either with Helen Joyce and mainstream media or anyone else. But yes.
And you had David Edwards or Edmonds, who was the climate change reporter from Christchurch, went along. I'm sorry, I thought his coverage was incredibly supercilious and snarky. And he just seemed obsessed that you had Brian Tamaki there.
Brian we knew he was going to be polarising, and a little bit of a firebrand, but we brought him down there to really try and discuss that where democratic protest and illegal action, those edges of it are. But he just drew the attention and as you say, sort of drew the coverage. I wasn't impressed with that coverage. I'm likely looking to drop a letter to the editor just to sort of say that we do everything. We host panels. We don't agree with people's views on it.
No, but cancel culture doesn't work like that, Jillaine. If you're in the same room as Hitler, you're a Nazi. That's the problem, is this guilt by association and also the very broad brush of just labelling people as such and such. I was actually thinking this morning, Jillaine, Bob McCroskey was someone who probably 12 years ago I would have felt uncomfortable talking to because I worked in institutions that labelled him as a dangerous religious fundamentalist. And I was just thinking about it after we talked to Bob this morning on an issue. Gosh, how your environment or the peer pressure in business can affect your perceptions of people and the speech they use. Oh, we've lost her. Something's gone clickety-click. Can we ring her back? Oh, Do we know what's happening? Oh, you're back now.
I feel. Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I was there the whole time, but
Okay.
I'm glad
All
I'm
right.
back
Well,
now.
look, I want
I
to
was-
let's just move on to the Harmful Digital Communications Act, which it looks like is being used against me by, I believe, an online pornographer. Yeah, believe it or not, Stephen's got the paperwork. But this used in this latest scandal, this shocking story about the young woman trying to complain about harassment against her and bullying against her by a deputy commissioner of police. And the police is an institution, and he uses the Harmful Digital Communication Act to silence her, to take away her freedom of speech. It is remarkable.
It's completely outrageous, and it's exactly what we and other people have been warning about: the weaponization of this to silence people, silence journalists, in this case, silence a complainant, when truth isn't even a defense. It's a poorly written law, and it's had mission creep, and it's literally been weaponized. And I think a little bit like the BSA, I think it's seen its day.
Yeah. Look, while I've got you here too, with the BSA, where are we at on that? Where are you guys at? You've made a submission, or you're going to make a submission to the minister?
Yep, we're making a submission to the minister in the next couple of days. We still haven't heard anything back on our OIA request. I think what's surprising to us about the BSA is almost 95% across all of the commentary that we've been seeing out in the media, no one's defending the BSA or saying that they'll fit for purpose. And so it seems to be not just a pro forma move, but we're submitting that they literally be disestablished, that they're not fit for purpose, and they're definitely not fit for internet regulation or to expand their overreach. So that should go into the minister this week.
Yeah, and good on you. Thank you for that, and your guys' support in that issue, which is still weighing on me. But I meant to go to court for this HDCA hearing on the 12th of December. First I heard about it, a bailiff turned up on my doorstep 2 days ago. Everything's redacted. I don't know who my accuser is, and I don't actually know what I'm meant to take down.
Yeah, and you're not the first person. Much like Portia Mao, she discovered that she'd been banned and had an interim order served against her, and she couldn't talk about anything. She had no idea of what it was, no notice that it was coming, and it went before the court. Yeah. It's a shocking piece of legislation that literally has been weaponized. And I don't know the details of your involvement in this, but you seem to be at the centre of a few things, Sean.
Isn't it funny? I'd hate to think it was a conspiracy. Maybe I'm just super obnoxious. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning, Jillaine. No doubt we'll talk again very, very soon. I'm glad the conference went so well. That is Jillaine Heather from the Free Speech Union, your champions of free speech in New Zealand.